Hey there, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. My name is Raven, and today we are going to be building routines. I have been sort of in the process of building and rebuilding new routines for myself for almost my entire life. I have ADHD, so I struggle with giving myself structure, but I am also autistic, which means without structure, I don't feel safe or well. I feel overwhelmed, and it's a never-ending internal conflict. I have been learning how to do this better for most of my adulthood. However, a big part of the problem was that I have always addressed routines as sort of a way to address my shame of not being neurotypical enough and not feeling like I was good enough to be accepted. Squatting because my tripod is too short. I got kind of overwhelmed with the whole trying to remember how to do a routine and also filming it, so I decided to just focus on the one thing and then pick you back up later. So I have eaten breakfast, I have worked out, I have showered, put on some makeup, and I just finished washing some dishes. There's still more dishes, but I'm getting too hot and I'm hungry. So that is my sandwich ready for eating, well, for making. Yeah, let's go make a sandwich. Over the last couple of years with therapy and just in general doing a lot of internal work, I've been trying to rely on shame less as sort of my motivator to get anything done, especially since if you're trying to not be burnt out all the time, shaming yourself for everything is not an effective way to get out of burnout. I was in burnout for a pretty long period of time. It's affected so much of my life, but I feel like I'm finally starting to get out of burnout. However, the tricky thing is to not repeat the process that got me here in the first place, and to not get caught up in being overly productive and trying to make up for lost time, to not just go all the way. The whole give it 100% is really skewed when your version of 100% means that you set yourself to 0 instead of you set yourself to like the bare minimum of care that you need without conflicting with that. I also have a lot of issues with getting bored of my routine and getting bored of meeting my needs, because I feel like I put a lot of energy into moderating a lot of different things, and it's really easy to forget to do something fun and make sure that I'm getting enough joy in my life, especially if I'm trying to make sure I'm getting physical therapy done for all of my physical pain, getting therapy and journaling and reading and all of the things which are good for you that help you from getting worse and hopefully keep you getting better, but also require you to have a whole lot of routine that gets boring with ADHD. It's a lot, and I have not perfected it, and I'm still trying to make sure that I don't keep doing it. If you notice I didn't upload the last couple of weeks, it's because I started trying to work more on videos so that I could get a whole bunch of them done on time while also getting other stuff done. Yeah, it's so easy for me to overdo it because I know that I can use the extra resources that are supposed to go towards my own well-being to get something done externally, and then I forget that I'm supposed to go back to providing for my own well-being. It's a whole lot of learning and unlearning. In general, the process has been to do a little bit of calendar blocking, but not get too much calendar blocking done. I like calendar blocking because it's a visual of like how much time is in a day. Where it becomes sort of a negative thing is when I go, okay, there's this much time in the day, I'm gonna block out every single second, which no one should be doing that unless they really need to, and 2, really counteracts with the I want to move things slowly and at my own pace so that I'm not getting overwhelmed with switching tasks too much or doing the same task so much that I make myself really tired. And I've definitely done that more than I would like to admit. This week in particular, I was sort of starting from scratch. I didn't vlog the whole week, but I did start with Sunday night and doing my planning and getting sort of a good brain dump going and listing out the things that I want to have as habits and trying to structure them in a way that makes sense for a smooth morning and evening routine. I started the next day with my journaling and reading. This is something that I was doing a really good streak on, currently not doing a good streak on it. Don't enjoy the book that I'm reading, which means I need to just put it down and walk away so that I can get back into that task because I actually really did enjoy it. I am also getting really good at incorporating movement in my day-to-day because I live in the area that I live, and a lot of my hobbies are like sit down and not do anything, or like move my body kind of hobbies. And because I have a whole plethora of physical issues, it's really easy for me to like not move at all if I don't intentionally add it to my day. So one of the things that I've been doing, and I've shown in my videos a couple of times, is walking circles around my house with some good arch support and a really simple crochet project. Knitting does not work. I've tried. It's a bad idea for me to knit and walk, but crocheting I can do no problem. It's not the best kind of movement because I can't really get a good stride in with how often I have to turn around at the end of the hallway, but it's something, and on a good day I get almost around 3 miles in, which is horrifying to think of how many laps it takes to up and down my hallway to add up, but it adds up, and so that's what matters. I am trying to get better about having a clean workspace. It's not currently going well because I have such a weird arrangement in my office between having too many hobbies and the room not having enough storage just in general, let alone for like someone that has too many hobbies. It is not going well ever, so I have to intentionally make myself clean at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day. Normally I am tired and I want to get the heck out of my office, so I don't clean at the end of the day. Ideally, maybe I would, but who knows? I am also trying to add in about an hour of work on my Etsy shop and working on amigurumi that I would like to sell. I've been working on these behind the scenes for months. I am writing all of the patterns myself, and I'm in the process of testing and double checking. It sounds really overcomplicated, but I have spent at least 2 months just working on the base of a cup so that it's in the right shape and is the right level of cone without... Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Around the time that this was filmed, I was also dealing with a lot of nightmares. Throughout my entire life, I've had these stretches of time where I'll have a pretty dramatic nightmare every night for a couple of months. It will get to the point where sleep is no longer restful and it is exhausting to wake up. Then I end up avoiding sleep, and then I end up having worse quality sleep, and it's a really negative cycle that I've gotten used to, but I haven't figured out a workaround other than medication. I've been able to talk to my psychiatrist and had a medication increased so that I'm not having nightmares. Currently, I have adjusted to it and I'm better, but it really sucks the life out of me and has made a whole lot of different functionings more difficult, even though they were already difficult to begin with. I overdid it yesterday. I felt tired yesterday, like more tired than normal, but thought I was fine. And then my alarms went off this morning and I could not wake up. I genuinely tried. I felt like I was dead. And I got up at 2 p.m. and have basically just been half asleep for the last 3 hours. I did get up and vacuum the living room and even vacuum the couch. We're not going to talk about the last time I did that because I don't know when it was, but the couch needed it and now it's better, so that's good. I have put on clothes, which is an achievement. I'm gonna just take things slow today. That's That's the plan. I kind of felt like jumping straight into the routine was probably going to be a lot, and it was. And now we're just picking the pieces that I can do today, because that's routine building with a lot of things in the way. Anyways, let's go to the office. I kind of want to be in there. It's cold. It's cooler in there. I'm definitely learning what it's like to experience feeling good in my day-to-day and trying to manage it so that I still continue doing the things that feel good without spiraling. I don't know if it's gonna ever just be a simple, intuitive thing for me, but it's definitely getting easier, and I'm learning what I need to do in order to provide those habits for myself. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm learning that, like, taking breaks and giving myself days off is not just like a luxury thing that helps me be a little bit better, but sort of a necessary thing that keeps me from feeling like complete shit. I think the end goal of this video and my channel in general is to help other people feel more comfortable with prioritizing their needs and accommodating themselves, to also feel more comfortable with reevaluating your goals so that they're more realistic and more in tune with where you're at in life. I know that it's really easy to say that without knowing someone else and their situation, but I've gotten so much comfort and peace from redirecting all of the energy that went into shaming myself for not meeting standards that someone else set for me without knowing what was going on inside of my head and my body, and just letting myself figure out what I need to do to take care of myself and what I need to do to reach my goals, and whether or not those goals are realistic for me. It's definitely a moving goalpost. It's definitely not an easy solution, and it's not something that I can really give tips and tricks on because I'm still figuring it out. If you are looking for suggestions, I would say go to Michelle B's channel, because I just try to binge watch those almost per channel, like once a week. I hope that you are having a wonderful day, or that tomorrow is better. Leave me an apple emoji in the comments if you're still listening. Please hit subscribe if you'd like to see more cozy content in the future, and let me know what kind of vlogs you would like to see. I will see you guys next time.